Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Hari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Yashodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Hari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Jaya Radha, Madhava Radha, Madhava Radhe. Jaya Lalita Vishakha, Jaya Radhe Shyam, Lalita Vishakha, Jaya Radhe Shyam. Jaya Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Jaya Krishna Balaram, Jaya Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya 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 Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Nitai Gaur Haribal, 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 Nitai Gaur Haribal. Jai Gaur Premanande. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramhansa Parivaragacharya Stodasi Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramhansa Parivaragacharya Stodasi Divine Grace Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnavrinda Ki Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki. प्रेम से कहो जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद की श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की वृंदावन धाम की जय मथुरा धाम की जय द्वारका धाम की जय जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय मायापुर नवती धाम की जय गंगा माई जमुना माई की जय भक्ति देवी तुलसी देवी की जय समवेद गौर भक्त वृंद की जय निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरे ऑल ग्लोरीज टू द assembled devotees Hare Krishna all glories to the assembled devotees Hare Krishna all glories to the assembled devotees Hare Krishna all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya We are reading chapter 1 titled Observing the Armies on the Battlefield of Kurukṣetra, and the text number is 9. 9. Anye ca bhavasura mad-arthe tyakta-jīvitāḥ nānā-śastra-praharaṇāḥ sarve yuddha-viśāradāḥ anye ca bhavasura mad-arthe tyakta-jīvitāḥ nānā-śastra-praharaṇāḥ sarve yuddha-viśāradāḥ anye ca bhavasura mad-arthe tyakta-jīvitāḥ nānā-śastra-praharaṇāḥ sarve yuddha-viśāradāḥ ca bhavasura mad-arthe tyakta-jīvitāḥ nānā-śastra-praharaṇāḥ sarve yuddha-viśāradāḥ anye ca bhavasura mad-arthe tyakta-jīvitāḥ nānā-śastra-praharaṇāḥ sarve yuddha-viśāradāḥ anye ca bhavasura mad-arthe tyakta-jīvitāḥ nānā-śastra-praharaṇāḥ sarve yuddha-viśāradāḥ. Word to word meaning: anye, others; ca, also; bahavaḥ, in great numbers; śūrā, heroes; mad-arthe, for my sake; tyakta-jīvitāḥ, prepare to risk life; nānā, many; shastra, weapons; praharana, equipped with; sarve, all of them; yuddha-viśāradāḥ, yuddha-viśāradāḥ, experienced in military science. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. There are many other heroes who are prepared to lay down their lives for my sake. All of them are well equipped with different kinds of weapons, and all are experienced in military science. Purport. As far as the others are concerned, like Jayadratha, Kṛtavarmā and Śalya, all are determined to lay down their lives for Duryodhana's sake. In other words, it is already concluded that all of them would die in the Battle of Kurukṣetra for joining the party of the sinful Duryodhana. Duryodhana was, of course, confident of his victory on account of the above mentioned combined strength of his friends. There are many other heroes who are prepared to lay down their lives for my sake. All of them are well equipped with different kinds of weapons, and all are experienced in military science. Om Ajnanatimrandasya Jnananjana-śalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhistham Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadanti Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Padakamalam Sri Gurum Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sakrajatam Sahaganatam Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhan Vitamscha He Krishna Karana Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kantha Radha Kanta Namastude Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhascha Kripa Sindhubhaye Vacha Patitanam Pavane Bhayo Vaishnave Namo Namaha Nama Om Vishnu Padhaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So, it's good that this, I think 2 weeks back, I was giving purport on the 18th chapter. So, it's good that we have started Bhagavad Gita again. And it's always good and very auspicious to read Bhagavad Gita. So, Prabhupada said that if you can read one text every day, that will be very good. Because what is in Bhagavad Gita is very transcendental. It's not an ordinary book. Because this is direct instruction of Krishna, and there is a lot of conversation and direct instructions given by Krishna in this book. So it's always good to at least read one text of Bhagavad Gita every day. It's very auspicious, and it's as I said, the words are very transcendental. And my realization is the more you read Bhagavad Gita, you discover something new. We always feel that okay, we read once, it's over. No, so you read again. Then you'll find something new in that same verse again and again. So it's very auspicious, and it's very good that we need to read Bhagavad Gita, one verse, one text, whatever it is. No, one text. If you have time, you can read several texts. But it's good that we should read. So now I'm just going to previous verse. And the previous verse. So what is the scene? Let's start this way. Let's visualize that we are in the battlefield. For time being, for next half an hour, let's visualize we are not the warriors, but we are going to see the fight. And let's say we are more like spectators, and we can actually, like it's watching a live match, It's like let's visualize for next 30 minutes that we are in the Kurukṣetra, and we are in Kurukṣetra, or we can see what is happening in Kurukṣetra. So there is a lot of excitement, right? There is Pandavas, there is Kauravas, the battlefield. It's a scene. Let's visualize that scene. There is Pandavas and there is Kauravas. There is great warriors who are supporting Kauravas. There is a lot of many warriors in the Pandavas side, and they are assembled where? They are assembled in Kurukṣetra. For what? For a war. It's a war. It's a big war. It's more than the World War. Now everyone knows the World War. When it started, the First World War, 1914 to 1918. That was the time, the First World War. And Mahabharata was 5,000 years before. So people think, there was no war. No, there was war before that, 5,000. And that was in a very big scale. That's why it's called as a Mahabharata. Bharat is India, Mahabharata is the greater India. And this war took place in Kurukṣetra, right? Between Pandavas and Kauravas. So, long story short, no one was actually very eager for this war. Krishna tried several times. He gave a try to somehow stop the war. Ultimately, the Kauravas didn't want to give anything to Pandavas, so Krishna went there for negotiation. And what did he ask? ultimately he said, at least give 5 villages. 5 villages to the Pandavas, and I'm guaranteeing you on their behalf that they'll be more than happy. Okay, he tried several negotiations. All the well-wishers of Kauravas, they tried their best so that the war doesn't happen. But ultimately, the Kauravas, especially Duryodhana, he didn't agree. He said that I cannot give you anything, just forget about villages. I cannot even give you a land which is worth the dot of a pin size. I cannot even give that. So the war was very imminent. Right? So now we are here where the war is supposed to take place. And the first 15 texts, if you read the first 15 texts, Vyasadeva, is explaining the different personalities who are going to participate in the war. So this is typically, if you see any movie, you see in the beginning there is an introduction, and they give all the names of the different actors, and some actors also nicknamed, like superstar or this star or that star, just to create an excitement, right? So in the first 15 texts, it's Srila Vyasadeva is describing about the different personalities in the Kauravas army and the Pandavas army, starting with Pandavas. So I was just thinking, if it is just a war, why Vyasadeva is explaining the different actors, different characters, and different warriors, their strength. If you see in the subsequent verse, you'll see, Bhima is blowing his conch shell, Arjun is blowing his conch shell, then Bhishma is blowing his conch shell. All these vivid descriptions are given in the first 15 texts, because all these warriors, some way or the other, they are related with Krishna. They are not ordinary people. It's not like a war which happens today. Like if you see the war between Ukraine and Russia, it's going on for so many years now. It's more than 2 years, 1.5, 2 years, at least 1.5 years, no, if not less. And we never know when is this war going to end. But this war,
10 years.
Yeah, I don't know. But then again, we have the new war which is going on between Israel and the Hamas. So many things are happening in this world. But these wars, like whenever there is a terrorist attack, it's not they attack and they are done. Every year, every 3 years, 5 years, when they get a chance, they'll attack. Because they are basically interested in disturbance. And that war, the Mahabharata was the war between what? The good and the evil, the dharma and adharma. Krishna came. Why did Krishna came to or appeared in this planet? The main reason was he wants to establish the religion and basically kill all the miscreants. That was his purpose. That was the whole purpose of coming. That was the purpose of coming and performing his pastimes here, right? So the scene is the Pandavas and the Kauravas are there. Now Duryodhana is Dronacharya, who is one of the commander. There were 3 commanders. First was Bhishmadev, then was Dronacharya, and Karna was also one of the warriors. But Karna said that he will not enter the battlefield until and unless Bhishmadev is done, because they had some rift before the war started. And Bhishmadev said that you cannot just forget about killing all the Pandavas. You cannot even get close to Arjun. You don't have that the strength and the prowess, and you are just a fig in front of Arjun. And Karna felt very insulted, and he said that I will not fight until unless till the time Bhishmadev is in the Kurukṣetra, I will not fight. So he didn't come. But Bhishmadev and Dronacharya were in the battlefield, and they were fighting for Kauravas against the Pandavas. So Duryodhana was very close. He was standing very close to Dronacharya, and he is mentioning in the verse 8, Bhavan Bhishmascha Karnascha Kripascha Samitim Jaya Ashwattama Vikarnascha Swamadattis Tataivacha. So he is actually, after praising the Pandavas, Dronacharya felt, I also need to motivate my army, my general. Otherwise, they will feel demotivated and they will not have the willingness to fight, or they may feel very demotivated and they may feel, what kind of leader is this? He is not even trying to motivate us. So now actually Duryodhana is trying to motivate his side, the Kauravas. So starting with what? Bhavan. Bhavan is actually, it's mentioned, your good self. Bhavan means your good self. So if you see, Duryodhana is very diplomatic. So in the ranking, if you see, in Kauravas, first comes Bhishmadev, right? Then come Dronacharya, Kripacharya, Karna, Ashwathama, Dushasan, Vikarna, so many people, so many warriors. But he is specifically mentioning Dronacharya, then immediately he is addressing Bhishmadev, because he wants to ensure that Dronacharya somehow doesn't feel insulted, because he is a Brahmana. So if he feels insulted and for some reason, if he decides, I will not fight, or some kind of conflict happens, that is not good for Duryodhana. So Duryodhana diplomatically is addressing first Dronacharya, and then he is addressing Bhishma, and then he is addressing several other people like Kripacharya, Ashwathama, Vikarna. Vikarna is the brother of Duryodhana, and when Draupadi was disrobed, he was not happy. He was the only one who went against Kauravas. So somehow Duryodhana very diplomatically also wants to give importance to Vikarna. Why? Because if he somehow feels, my brother is not even respecting me, then because the war has not really started yet, still there is a chance that he might leave Kauravas and join the Pandavas. Because one person did that already, right? Yudhishthira, right? So before the war was supposed to start, Yudhishthira Maharaj said, whoever wants to join my party is most welcome. And Yudhishthira actually joined his party, even though he is the cousin brother of Duryodhana. He is the son of a maid servant, but his father is Dhritarashtra. So he left Kauravas and he joined Pandavas. So Duryodhana is a leader and he wants to ensure, because as a leader, it's always a challenge to keep all your team members very happy. You have to somehow encourage them, ensure that they don't feel left out, they have to be balanced, you need to give importance to them. Otherwise, once if they feel, I have not much importance, then there are chances that they may just leave the party and may join other parties. Not just that they will leave, but they may also become your enemy. So the chances are more. That's why Duryodhana is trying to address all the warriors. So in this specific verse, he is saying there are many other heroes who are prepared to lay down their lives for my sake. Right? So as I said, Mahabharata is like the timing of the Mahabharata. You need to specifically focus on the timing. See, the situation was very intense. Everyone was eagerly waiting what will happen in this war, whether the Pandavas will win or the Kauravas will win, what will happen with Dhritarashtra, what will happen to Hastinapur, who will be the king, what will happen. There are so many questions in everyone's mind. And when the situation was very tense and everyone was just focused on what is going to happen in this war, Krishna's timing was so perfect that what he said, he gave the instruction of Bhagavad Gita, because everyone was very focused. All those warriors were focused, and what is going on. The timing was perfect. The timing was perfect and very intense, and everyone was focused to know what was the instruction and what will happen in the war. Right? So here, if you see specifically, it is said that there are many other heroes who are prepared to lay down their lives for my sake. Since this was like more than a big world war, there were kings from different dynasties, different regions. They all joined. Several of them joined Kauravas. They came with their own armies. Army includes not only the warriors; they also include the elephants, the horses, so many things. I think there was about 11 Akshunis for Kauravas and 7 Akshunis for Pandavas. One Akshun is about 2,23,000 something. So about, you multiply that by 11, it's about 2.5 crores. From the Pandava side it was 1.5 crores. But there were each and every king was coming. He was also bringing his own army, his own general, who's commander-in-chief, his warriors, different maharathis, rathis, and yoddhas. They were all joining the Kauravas party, right? And from Pandava's side also, there were a few warriors, like Drupad was there, others were also there. They also joined the Pandava's party. So now it is specifically said here that Duryodhana was knowing that somehow he is going to lose, but he didn't accept, because it is clearly said that they were all prepared to lay down their lives for my sake. So why it is written here that if the warriors were knowing that they are going to die in this battlefield, why someone will join the battle? Let's say, for example, we have to go somewhere and we know that we are not going to come back alive. So we may think so many times, should I go or should I not go, right? But here, with the Kshatriyas, once if they decide that they will fight, their commitment is too high. They will not even think whether they are going to survive or not survive, because ultimately, whatever the king says, they accept it, right? And they will come and they will fight. Even they don't care for their lives. So, it was well predicted that the Kauravas are going to lose the battle and Pandavas are going to win, right? So this is very clear. All of them are well equipped with different kinds of weapons. So all these different rathis, maharathis, yoddhas. So there were different categories of warriors. Someone who is yoddha, he can just fight with, maybe 1-to-1 he can fight with the opposite party. When it is rathis or maharathis, one warrior can fight with many warriors. Like in case of Bhishma Dev, he was like fighting with 10,000 soldiers at one time. Same thing was for Dronacharya, same thing it was Kripacharya, right? Same thing was with Arjunas. So there were different categories of people who are in this war and they were fighting this battle, right? So one thing you need to understand here is, Krishna was on the side of Pandavas, right? And who was there? Krishna's army was in the side of Kauravas. So this pastime, the story of Krishna, right? So when Krishna was in Dwarka, Krishna was in Dwarka, and after the incognito period, which was 12 years for Pandavas, the 13th year, Arjuna was in Virat, the kingdom of Virat, and Duryodhana was in Hastinapur. So somehow there was a lot of discussion, but when the war was like inevitable, the war is going to happen, now they started strategizing things, the Pandavas and the Kauravas. So they felt that we should go to Krishna and ask his help. So from Virat, Arjun rushed to Dwarka, and from Hastinapur, Duryodhana rushed to see Krishna. So when Duryodhana came, Duryodhana was the first person to come. So when he came, Krishna was resting. And since Duryodhana is of demonic mentality, and he was always puffed up, it's like me and mine, he always thinks that I am a great, I am this, I am that. So he said that, he was just sitting next to Krishna, in the sense where his head was resting, he was sitting next to Krishna, very close to his head. And Arjun came afterwards, and Arjun took a very humble position, and he was at the lotus feet of Krishna. Now when Krishna woke up, what did he see first? He saw Arjun. Because when a person wakes up, the first thing he says, who is there in his front? So he saw Arjun, and Duryodhana also, as soon as Krishna was awake, he made his presence felt that I am also here, kind of thing. And they said that we have come here, we want your help. So Krishna says, yeah, okay, no problem. So he said, since I saw Arjun first, Arjun has the right to ask what help he needs. And then Duryodhana said, no, I came first, I should be given a chance, this, that. There was some kind of, exchange of words. And Krishna said, finally, whatever it may be, Arjun is also younger to you. So since he is younger, he should get the first opportunity to ask. And so what did Arjun ask? Arjun said, Arjun explained the situation, and he said, I want you. So Krishna smiled. Then, no, Krishna said, okay, before that Krishna said, there are two options. Either you can choose me or you can choose my army, which is Narayani Sena, right? It's a big army. So it's up to you. So Arjuna said, no, I want you. And Duryodhana was very happy. He was saying what a fool Arjuna is. He even doesn't know what to ask. And he was very happy. He said, okay, no problem. I don't have a choice. He was just pretending as if he was not very happy. So he said, okay, anyway, I have no choice. So I'm okay. I'll take Narayani Seva. And he just left. And he was so happy that Arjuna didn't ask Krishna. So, and he was happily, he went back. And then actually he meant Kṛtavarmā, and then and they went together with this army back. And as I said, Arjuna and Krishna then had some conversation, and Krishna was asking Arjuna, why did you choose me? I mean, you had a chance to get a big army. Narayani Sena, and they are all very powerful, like Narayan. They had the strength, and at any point of time or at any time they can defeat so many people. They had a lot of strength, valor, whatever you want to say. They had everything. So and Krishna and Arjuna said, no, I want only you, because we know that if you are there, we have everything. We have victory, right? So the concluding Bhagavad Gita, the last sloka, what is that? 18.78, right? Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna, what is that? Yatra Partha Dhanurdhara, Tatra Shri Vijay Bhuti, what is that? Dhruva Niti Matirmama, right? So wherever there is Krishna and wherever there is Arjun, what is guaranteed? His Vijay, that one is success, one is Lakshmi, right? And then one is lot of strength and immortality, right? There are so many things. That is, basically victory is guaranteed. I think victory is one of the things. Victory is guaranteed, and you have extraordinary power. Right? Extraordinary power. So this is guaranteed. So Arjuna was knowing this. So that's why Arjuna chose Krishna. And then this battle, as Duryodhana is mentioning, they were all his side was also the side of Kauravas. They had different kinds of weapons, and they were all experienced in military science. See, this is one kind of. He's trying to encourage his people, and he's telling, don't worry. It's not that only Pandavas, have a lot of strength. It's not only Pandavas, but the Kauravas has also a lot of strength. They know military science. They have a lot of weapons. Why this saying is because on his side he had Pitama Bhishma. So everyone knows Pitama Bhishma, right? Pitama Bhishma is again is a great warrior, and he had what he said, Ichha Mrityu. So whenever he decides, whenever he chooses, he can die. So it was not possible for the Pandavas to defeat Bhishma, because Bhishma can never die by the hands of Pandavas. And same thing was Dronacharya, because Dronacharya also had some kind of Ichha Mrityu, that is not going to die. Because plus Arjun will never kill Dronacharya because he is Guru, everyone knows that. So it was practically not possible to kill Dronacharya, it was not practically possible to kill Kripacharya. And plus there are so many other great warriors. Kṛtavarmā was there. Kṛtavarmā was actually part of Narayani Sena. So when he joined the party, he has to fight against the Pandavas, but he was actually from the Narayani Seva. Plus there was Dusashan, there were so many other great warriors, Shakuni. So this guy, Duryodhana felt that my military strength is much, much better than the Pandavas. So here you need to understand, so here Duryodhana can be represented, or he is more like a demon or a materialistic kind of person who doesn't believe in God. Because there are so many, like even Jayadratha, Shishupal, when they saw Krishna face to face, still they didn't believe Krishna was God. And same thing was Duryodhana, right? He never felt that who is Krishna? Why did Arjuna choose him? He never felt that he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, because he is an atheist. So like So Prabhupada gave a very nice analogy, and he's saying, in the practically, if you see all the wealth, assets, properties, relatives, so many other things, what we have in this material world, he's saying, Prabhupada gave an analogy, they are all compared to zeros. Okay? Whatever wealth, this, that, whatever you have, Prabhupada gives a clear analogy, they are all zeros. Right? But, so when you add 0 plus 0, it has no meaning. What is the end result? It's 0. So anything you put after 1 0, 2 zeros, 10 zeros, 100 zeros, it has got no meaning. So, but once we put 1 before a 0, it has a lot of value. So when you put a 1 in front of 0, it becomes 10. It has some meaning, right? So Prabhupada says that until and unless we don't connect ourselves with the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna, whatever we have has no meaning in the life. No meaning. So you may have nice bank balance, a lot of fortune, you may have big Mercedes car or big property, whatnot you have. Everything you may have, and you think that this is going to protect me, we are under illusion. Prabhupada very clearly says that until and unless you don't connect yourself with Krishna and think all these things, whatever I have, is for the pleasure of Krishna. I can utilize it for the pleasure of Krishna, then whatever you have becomes spiritual. But Arjuna was knowing this. Arjuna was knowing this. Arjuna knows that all this strength and Narayani Sena is not going to help, because practically in the war, neither Bhishma, nor Dronacharya, nor Kripacharya, nor Bhishma, the very important personality was Lord Krishna there. And plus Lord Krishna also told that I will not fight. I will not pick up the weapon. But Arjuna was knowing that just if Krishna is in my side, because when Krishna is in his side, victory is guaranteed. Okay? So this was the scene. That there were the Pandavas and Kauravas were assembled, and now in the subsequent verse you will see Duryodhana is trying to explain in depth like how he feels that what his side, the Kauravas, how they are formidable, how they can win because of Pitama Bhishma and the other warriors. So that will come in subsequent verse. So so this is what is there in text 9. If you have any questions or any comments, then we can have some discussion. Because this is a straightforward verse, there is not much to explain. But when the scene is set, now then you'll see the Gita will be spoken later on. But the first 15 text is about explaining about the strength of Pandavas and Kauravas, and then from text 2, Krishna will start explaining Deha and Dehi. He'll start explaining all those things. So that will come in chapter 2. So I'll stop here. If you have any questions, comments, any suggestions. Yes.
You were saying that Arjuna don't want to kill his spiritual master like Dronacharya.
Right.
But then why in coming shloka we see that he wants to shoot arrow, but then he told to Krishna that I want to see who is eager to that devil-minded Duryodhana, like he wants to. They all come to fulfill his wish to fight, because Arjuna didn't want war.
Right.
So why then he preparing to shoot arrow like before, but then Krishna told to behold all the Gurus has assembled, then he just
so Arjuna was very reluctant. Arjuna didn't want to fight because he thought, what is the point of killing my own kinsmen, my own brothers? So ultimately what is going to happen? Even after I become victorious, even after getting this kingdom, I am not going to be happy because there is so many lives which are going to, there are so many warriors or so many relatives are going to die. But then Krishna said that even if you don't kill them, anyway they are killed. Krishna, the whole purpose of Krishna coming, or Krishna personally as I said, paritrāṇāya sadhanam vināṣāya duṣkritam. Krishna's appearance, the whole purpose was to kill all those miscreants. So Krishna can go to individual kingdom and kill all the kings. But he said, what is the point? I can assemble everyone in this war and I can kill. And he said that if you don't kill, they are already killed. I want you to take the credit. Like it's not that Krishna can't kill Bhishma or Dronacharya. He can kill. It's not difficult for Krishna. But he said that I want to give all my credit to my devotee, who is Arjun. Let him take the credit. That's why I said that wherever there is Arjun and Krishna, victory is guaranteed. Because that's what it is. And Krishna said, yes, you fight because I am saying you fight. Even if you don't fight, these people are going to be killed. If not this way, I'll try some other way, but I'll kill all these people. That's why all these kings, were assembled in Kurukṣetra. That was Krishna's plan. And to bring everyone at one place, which is Kurukṣetra, and kill them. And he said, Arjuna, you take the credit. And when Arjuna came to know that anyway, whatever Krishna, because he completely surrendered to Krishna, right? And he said, whatever you say, I'll follow. And then he started shooting the arrows. Before that, he was not trying to shoot because then he was in the bodily concept. He was thinking, oh, they are my relatives. What will happen if they die? Their wives will become widow. Even if I get the kingdom, what is the use of that kingdom? Because what is a Raja without a Praja? What is the point? Even if I get a kingdom, I will be the king, but I have no Praja. So what is the point? So he was very reluctant. He was not ready to fight. And then when Krishna gave instruction, and then he started fighting. So it's like all those people who are there in the battlefield were blessed. In fact, if you see from other side, they were all blessed to see Krishna face to face. Right? So that's what it is.
They were all going back to Godhead.
Sorry?
They were all going back to Godhead.
Exactly. They were all going to go back to Godhead. So this was more like we see a movie, there is action, there is thrill, there is climax, and so many things are there. It's like a hero when he's surrounded by 10 villains. So everyone is saying, what is going to happen next? What is going to happen next? So if you see Mahabharata, right from beginning to end, it has got everything, right from thrill, climax, whatnot, everything is there.
It's Krishna's plan to give us Bhagavad Gita.
Exactly. And Krishna wanted to give Bhagavad Gita. So he said, because when the situation is intense and everyone is focused, Krishna said this is the right time to give an instruction. Because it's like, if you see, there are some special occasions when our Guru Maharaj gives instruction, we are very focused. Like when we are taking initiation, and at that time when Guru Maharaj says anything, it's like we tend to hear it nicely and we try to implement it because this event is very special, and we completely focus. We have extra focus, so especially this time when the Mahabharata, before when in the midst of Mahabharata, especially when Bhagavad Gita spoke, the situation was very intense, and Arjun and Krishna thought this is the right time to speak Bhagavad Gita. It's to benefit the mankind. It was not only for Arjun. It's meant for benefiting the mankind. Yeah, that was the reason. Any other question?
I wanted to know about Shantanu Maharaj.
Huh?
I wanted to know about Shantanu Maharaj. Was he any demigod?
I really don't know much about it.
How could he render such a buntu Pitama Vishnu?
Yeah, but those days they were very powerful. It's not that they were not ordinary human beings. They were all powerful. He is the one who gave a benediction to Bhishma Dev, Devrat, right? So that he gave benediction because as a Kshatriya to take a oath of celibacy is a very big thing, because he said that he felt Pitama Bhishma, he felt that, they feel that I am very interested in taking the kingdom. So he took a vow of celibacy that I will never get married and I will not rule this kingdom, or I will not inherit it, nor any of my future generation. That's why he took this vow. And his father was so happy that, he gave him this boon, that Ichamruti boon. Yeah. But, of course, he would be powerful. Otherwise, if he gives some boon to someone, it's not going to work out because we are not powerful. But they say that in Vaishnavas, if we are, we are all somehow blessed, we are in, somehow we are got connected to ISKCON, we are connected to Prabhupada, he is our founder Acharya, he is our Guru. So somehow we are also blessed. It also said that Vaishnava, pure Vaishnava, if he gives some blessing, it happens. So we need to check whether we are pure or not pure. That's up to us. And at least I am not pure. So someone who is very pure Vaishnava, and if he gives some blessing, it may work out. Why not?
I was wondering if he was in a demon. That's why I asked.
Yeah, I'm sure it would be something, for sure.
Thank you.
Anything else? Okay, so we'll stop here. Thank you so much. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhaiva cha patitanam pavanebhayo vaishnavhayo namo namah ananta koti vaishnavrinda ki Śrīla